tonight's evening matchup between the Carleton Ravens and the Ryerson Rams.
For many, the matchup on Saturday, January 14th didn't seem like anything out of the ordinary, when in fact it held huge significance for the Ryerson sports community. This was the first time the online webcast was accompanied by a voice.
Sends on again.
It was Reno Matucci who guided viewers through not one, not two, but
Terry leads it for Grant. Backhander two, scores!
3 Ryerson goals into a victory over the Ravens.
I was always told when I was growing up from my grandma that was like her little Don Cherry.
While radio and television art student Matucci was the voice behind the mic, it was second-year journalism student Alan Hughes who was responsible for the initiative.
When CKLN was in trouble, when they had their legal issues, I thought, well, maybe since one of the problems is that they have a lack of student involvement, and that's been cited as a big issue, maybe this is something that could help. Maybe having live broadcasts of Ryerson Rams games, featuring students as the reporters and as the commentators would help them.
With CKLN in shambles, Hughes found himself knocking on the door of sports information coordinator Jim McClarty.
Alan approached me in the fall. He had actually approached me to broadcast games on the radio. I was actually looking to add play-by-play commentary to our webcast that we were already doing. So I thought it'd be a nice fit. Right now for this year it would be mostly volunteers through Alan, just word of mouth.
It was actually my roommate Peter Lazinski, who's in journalism himself, came to me one night and was like, yeah, no, just put your name in, is that cool? Yeah, sure, we'll see what happens.
The 3 characters of our story were also key players on Saturday night. Matucci presented the live play-by-play, McClarty acted as color commentator, and Hughes stepped up to do some sideline reporting. The combination of all 3 made for a well-rounded broadcast. Watching the game online is a welcome convenience that allows the Ryerson community to support their varsity athletes from the comfort of their own homes. However, several Ontario universities have had this luxury for years. Now the question today is Ryerson behind the times?
I transferred here from Western, and Western has a lot of this programming. They've been doing this on their radio station for years now. And so when I came here and saw that they didn't have this, I thought, well, like why don't they?
There was a lot of things we had to take care of. First, we had to get a new website. We had to get, we didn't have a whole lot of work-study students. We didn't have a lot of students volunteering, so we had to take care of those things first.
The first run was successful, but more hands are still needed on deck. Right now, they're in the recruiting stage, which requires training.
Most of the time, if I see the names, I'll say who has the puck and who's carrying it out, break it.
And auditioning the hopefuls for the official commentating roster.
The Ravens are desperately trying to clear the puck, but the Rams keep it in. But he gives it right back to the Ravens. Back down the wing, 2-on-2. Wilmot takes out his man, puck goes behind the net. Out comes down the right wing, 2-on-1 possibility. The defenseman gets caught, it is a 2-on-1. Thierry to Grant, Grant in the middle, backhand scores!
Nerves certainly weren't a factor when it came to this second-year journalism student's audition. Nicholas Carafa was simply thankful to have this kind of opportunity while still in school.
When you come out with a bachelor's degree of journalism from Ryerson, it's prestigious, right? And then when you don't have something like that gives people opportunity to kind of pursue their goals, then it's hard, and it's kind of disappointing. And luckily, like I said, Alan, he definitely went on a limb to get people involved.
A project like this is twofold. It takes a student's enthusiasm.
Holy, jump in and what a save, or something like that.
But it's the vision of a leader that makes it a reality.
Even though we're late getting into the game, I can even mark my words, in 3 or 4 years we'll be the leaders in this area in Canada.
While some may say that Ryerson sports coverage has had a slow start, the steps by McClarty and his team have been substantial. When the Ryerson varsity athletes move into the legendary Maple Leaf Gardens, it'll be live play-by-play that brings the Rams one step closer to having a sports network on campus. For Ryersonian TV, I'm Alicia Hayashi. All right, Reno, wrap it up.
So on behalf of myself, Jim McLaren, Alan Hughes, thank you all for listening tonight. And we'll join us next time for Ryerson Rams hockey on the Ryerson Rams Network.